Hi, how are you today? Up until today, we've observed the intensity of our anger, its various sources, and its impact on our bodies. We've learned a little bit on how to temper the intensity of our anger, how to observe our thoughts, and how to take a step back from our egos and remain as a witness to our emotions. Today, together we will focus on what we learn from our anger. What can be gained from our anger? When we don't suppress it or allow it to direct our behavior, we can actually benefit from its energy. Having anger at a healthy and balanced level in our lives can even provide us with the strength to transform a negative situation, take the plunge, and awaken that creative energy inside each of us. If we harness our anger with a healthy approach, we can actually choose a more productive and positive path for ourselves. Anger can even act as an alert system for us to protect our space and determine our natural boundaries. When anger emerges, it might provide us with some insight regarding an attitude, relationship, or work setting that is going beyond our comfort level. We may have undertaken some responsibilities or burdens that actually don't belong to us, and they in fact may be the reason we're feeling anger. In this way, anger can put a spotlight on our choices, our conditions, our lifestyle, and way of communicating. For example, some of us may often bottle up negative emotions and not share our feelings with our partner, family members, friends, or colleagues. Over time, this anger can build and build, and then for any random reason, we might lash out. When that happens, we have to realize that there are underlying reasons for our anger. In that way, our anger drops us big and small hints about emotions and issues we've been suppressing. Our anger prompts us to make a change, and today we need to focus on how to identify those hints and make the choice to change. If we have the intention to see these hints, then we can learn very good lessons from anger. So, with that being said, let's begin our practice to have a closer look into this. As always, begin by finding yourself a comfortable seated position, gently rooting yourself to the ground. And as you're releasing the weight of your body in this position, take a deep breath in and breathe out slowly. Again, we're going to take a deep breath in, filling your whole body with fresh air. And as you breathe out, release your arms and legs toward the ground. One more time. Inhale nice and deep, and while exhaling, relax your back, your hips, and your whole body. While noticing the natural flow of your breaths, notice the weight of your body as a whole. Gently notice the contact of your feet with the surface beneath you, and slowly draw your attention to your breaths. Begin to observe their natural flow, and notice the relaxation and calmness that comes along with each tiny pause at the end of each exhalation. Allow your inhalations and exhalations to flow organically as you remain witness to them. And now, gently allow yourself to remember a situation or incident which triggered anger inside of you. This can be the same or different as the situations you visualized in the previous days. You can even think of something that caused you to feel rage, the most intense form of anger. Give yourself enough time to visualize the person and people involved and the whole story that made you angry. Just watch this visualization just as if you were watching a movie, and allow it to consume all of your thoughts. Notice the anger emerging inside of you. And maybe a part of you wants to dismiss or suppress it, but let's try our best to stay with it. Running away from a challenging emotion or wanting to get rid of that emotion is very natural, and it's a very human response. However, in this meditation, we're practicing mindfulness. So we've created a space in which we can stay with our uncomfortable emotions. And as you stay with it, gently begin to observe what's happening in your body. As you continue thinking of that situation or incident, and as the anger keeps rising up inside of you, notice the pace of your heartbeats, your breathing, and any change in body temperature. In which part of your body do you sense your anger the most intensely? Once you've identified that spot, slowly bring your hands to that part of your body and gently touch it with your fingertips. Keep your hand over that area. And pretend as if whenever your hand touches that body part, you're seeing your anger, you're touching your anger, you're directly connecting with that angry version of yourself. With your hand still in the spot, gently prepare yourself to say a couple of words directed at the body part your hand is resting on. When you're ready, repeat with your inner voice, "I see you, and I'm aware of you." Notice any change in sensations in this part of your body. Again, directed at the same area that harbors your anger, ask with your inner voice, what is it that you're trying to tell me? Don't look for any specific answer. Just ask the question and let it go. Perhaps a different emotion, memory, or thought may be appearing. Simply remain witness to it and ask this last question. What can I do for you? Just listen. Observe your heartbeats, the sensations in your throat and around your heart. Has anything changed since the beginning of our practice? Did you notice any change in sensations as you asked those questions? What has remained the same? As the answers to those questions appear before you, slowly begin to draw your attention back to your breaths. Have a look at your inner space. How do you feel right now? Stay here for a while, for a couple of more breaths. And slowly begin to move your fingertips and your shoulders. Slowly open your eyes. Let your eyes gaze around the room. And let's just check in with ourselves. During this practice, how did you feel when you reached out to your angry self? You may have found it difficult to endure, or maybe you found an answer or observation you weren't expecting. If it's helpful for you, you can write down whatever you felt during this practice. You can refer to it in the future and think about it. And perhaps those observations can help you process your anger more effectively in the future. As we draw an end to our practice, let us remember going forward that sometimes our most challenging emotions show us the purest truth about ourselves. Thank you so much, and may you be well.